Hello friends, today I want to discuss about what is the meaning, scope and nature of anthropology. Before explaining about the meaning, scope and the nature of anthropology, myself I am Vishnuvardhan. I am as an anthropology faculty, I am into the field since last 12 to 13 years. And under my guidance, nearly hundreds of students got the ranks. And this time also nearly 30 students had went to UPSC interview and hoping nearly 15 to 20 ranks. So in anthropology, the basic understanding is what is anthropology? What is the meaning of anthropology? Anthropo means man. Pology means study. Study of man. In all the contexts, in biological context, in social context, in cultural context, in economical context, in political context, in religious context, in all the contexts, from the prehistoric time to today, from the early man time to today, what happened to man, how the man evolved is called as anthropology. Study is called as anthropology. In all the contexts is anthropology. And the anthropology, the term is coined by Aristotle. Then what is the nature of anthropology? The nature of anthropology is in three contexts we can understand. One is called as holistic, historical and comparative. Anthropology is holistic. In all the dimensions of the man, it can be a biological, it can be a genetical, it can be environmental, it can be psychological, it can be behavioral. In all the contexts we will be studying about the man, hence it is holistic nature of anthropology, historical nature of anthropology. So we will be understanding the nature of man from the early man to today. In historical context we will be understanding, so it's called as historical nature of anthropology. And the comparative, we will be comparing the societies, we will be comparing the cultures, we will be comparing the economics, we will be comparing the political systems, we will be comparing the religions, how that society is there, how this society is there, how tribal society is there, how mainstream society is there. So the next thing, in understanding the man, we follow the approach which is called as comparative approach, hence the nature is comparative. So the nature we can understand from the perspective of historical, holistic and comparative. Earlier, from 14th to 17th century, we understood anthropology only from the perspective of biology and morality. But after 18th century, from 18th century, we are understanding anthropology from society point of view, culture point of view, behavior point of view, psychology point of view, applications point of view. Hence, the discipline had become broad perspective, broad nature. That is the nature of anthropology. And coming to the development of anthropology, then anthropology has been developed into many contexts. Once upon a time it was a monotony, it was only about the man, evolution of man. The biological evolution of man was the only context in which the anthropology was been dealing. But now, it is not only biology, it is, as I told you earlier, social, political, economical, cultural, different contexts, we are understanding the anthropology. So the anthropology, the meaning is the study of man, society, culture, environment, human psychology, human behavior. In all contexts when we will be studying, it is the anthropology. It is a study of origin, development and nature of man. It is about understanding a man in different contexts, understanding the man in various contexts is anthropology. So if you want to know about yourself, if you want to understand about yourself in a better way, then anthropology is a discipline which you have to focus upon. So it's not only about our biology, never. It is biological, social, economical, cultural, political, whatnot. In all the contexts, the anthropology will be dealing. As I told you, the nature, holistic, historical and comparative. This is the nature scope of anthropology. Study of everything. In all contexts, we will be discussing about man in anthropology as a discipline. Development. It have two approaches. Anthropology understands can be understood in two approaches. One is called a synchronic approach, other is called as diachronic approach. What is synchronic approach? Understanding different societies at one point of time is called a synchronic approach, and understanding different societies in different points is called as diachronic approach. Across geographies at a particular time means 25th April 2023, how America is, how India is, how tribal society is, how African society is, synchronic. How America, Africa and Indonesia is there in 50 years ago, and today understanding from dynamic point of view is called as diachronic approach. This is the development of anthropology. So now, earlier the anthropology was synchronic in nature, now the anthropology is dynamic and diachronic in nature. So any question, write about the meaning, nature and scope and development of anthropology, or write about what is anthropology, what we are going to study in anthropology, who coined the term called as anthropology. Then we will go into the nature and scope of anthropology. The nature and scope is three-sided: holistic, historical and comparative. Then how it was 14th to 17th century, then how it is after the 18th century, and coming to the development of anthropology. Earlier it was synchronic approach, now it is diachronic approach. So if you want to study about anthropology, it's nothing but studying about man in all the contexts, in all the dimensions is called as anthropology. I hope you understood, and we are coming up with a new anthropology batch, June 12th, 2023, full-fledged mentorship batch. I will be taking the responsibility of your anthropology. My personal number will be given to you. Any doubts you can call me. I will be taking the responsibility of your anthropology. In order to score 300 marks, there will be daily answer rating, weekly test, everything will be provided. For the complete information and description, a video already we had done how the course is going to be. That video link is provided. You can watch and you can get more information. Thank you. On the note, Jai Hind.